was halfway through an application for a job at Warwick Castle, but I was on holiday, so I stopped doing it because holiday's not the best place to be to apply for a job. And now I'm home and it's flipping closed. Ah! It's like my hat. I'm having a bad hair day and this was the first hat that I found. Hi! It's nice to be back doing videos like this, sitting down and chatting one-on-one. I've been on holiday and I hope you like my holiday vlogs. I'm back working a bit, which is nice because the holiday made me poor. I particularly hope that you enjoyed the last vlog of my holiday with me singing with my friends, because I'm going to start doing that more regularly now. We've sung three times together as a group, and the reception that we've been given has been amazing, and people that hear us get really excited about what the future might have in store for us. So we're going to hunt out some more open mic nights and stuff, and folk clubs, which is where we play. The one that we played in Whitby was a bit of a challenge for us because we're used to performing in front of a certain audience, and it's nice to go somewhere else and perform in front of people you don't know and to get the opinions of people that you don't know. And they were really, really excited, and they gave us business cards and contact details and told us to hit them up next time we were around so that we could play with them again, because they really liked us. So that was fun. Now we just need to think of a name, because we've got to the stage where people want us to have a name and not just be Jess, Hannah and Kathy, which doesn't really have a very good ring to it. It's very difficult to think of a name. We've got a list which we're slowly cutting down. My favourite for a long time was the name of a tune that we found called Kafuzalum. Doesn't it just sound so happy and bouncy and jolly? But my friend said, I think you should read the lyrics of the song before you name yourselves Kafuzalum. So I did. It's pretty shocking. Kafuzalum is the name of an ancient Jewish whore who gets up to lots of nasty business. So that one's been quickly vetoed, which is a bit sad. Today I'm going to do another history vlog because they're fun. It's not as well rehearsed as the last one, so bear with me. I will have these in my hand and I will be going like this. History factoid numero uno. In 1347, King Edward III held a grand ball to celebrate England's victory over the French. As the guests danced, one of the ladies lost her garter. The king found it, and as a joke wore it around his own leg. In 1348, the king made the blue silk garter the focus of a great ceremony, an order of chivalry called the Order of the Garter. It was a brotherhood of 24 knights who served the king and wore a garter as part of their uniform. The order still exists today. It consists of members of the British royal family, various European monarchs, dukes, duchesses, lords and ladies, and when they go to ceremonies they still have to wear a ridiculous uniform with a garter. Number 2. As Mary, Queen of Scots, approached the block to be beheaded, she put her hands around her throat and joked that she hoped the executioner was good, as she had a small neck that could be easily missed by the executioner's axe. The executioner did miss 3 times. Hands up if you think he was playing a sneaky trick. When the deed was finally done, the executioner lifted the head up by the hair for the audience to see, but he didn't realise that the Queen wore a wig, and the head fell away from the hair and rolled into the audience. After that, there was even more horror to come when the audience turned to see that the headless body was moving on the block. When they went to investigate what was going on, they lifted her skirts and found her little pet dog running around underneath, waiting for his owner to get up and take him for a walk. The telephone was first invented in 1876. It didn't have a bell, so it didn't ring when someone was calling. Instead, the person making the call had to hit the phone with a hammer and let the receiver know to pick up. Phone numbers didn't exist, and telephone operators had to know the names of every single person living in the town so that they could connect the caller to the right person. Phone numbers were devised in Lowell, Massachusetts by a doctor during an outbreak of yellow fever. The doctor worried that if all the operators fell ill at the same time, their replacements wouldn't have time to learn the names of all the townspeople. So numbers were brought in, and callers could request a number, allowing the operator to connect them to the person without having to know their name or their address. Dial telephones and automatic switchboards, which eliminated the need for live operators, were invented by an undertaker who believed that the operators were diverting his business to competitors. In urban circles of Western Europe and the Americas, beards went out of fashion after the early 17th century. In 1698, Peter the Great of Russia ordered men to shave off their beards and levied a beard tax in the hope that this would discourage men from growing beards and keep Russian society up to date with all the other countries. Next time you're in a park and there's a statue of a man on a horse, have a look at the horse's legs, because they will tell you how the person in the statue died. If the horse has both its front hooves up in the air, it means that the rider died in battle. If it has one front hoof on the floor and one in the air, it means that the rider received wounds in battle, which he died of later. And if both the front hooves are on the ground, it means that the rider died of natural causes. In 1920, for the first time ever in recorded history, the life expectancy of a person exceeded that of a goldfish. How insane is that? Before then, people could be expected to live up to 48.4 years, whereas for several species of wild goldfish, their life expectancy exceeded 50 years. 4,000 years ago, in Babylon, it was customary for a new bride's father to spend the first month of his daughter's marriage plying her husband with as much mead as he could drink. Mead is a beer made of honey. They named it the honey month. Their calendar was lunar-based as opposed to solar-based, so a month was a moon, so the honey month became a honeymoon. The word testimony comes from the ancient Roman custom of men placing their right hand on their testicles whilst taking an oath. So there you go. Those are my little history tidbits for today. I found those ones particularly fun. I will look for more for you. I will see you soon. And here's a salute from Monkey.